to get there.
Is it like a...
Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Canton, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an
early? It's like...
Hello. Hi, everyone. We are live outside of the courthouse for Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial. We have been here all week, and there's some Kelsey supporters out here, so I figured I would go chat with them. If you guys are watching the coverage live with Melanie or with Defense Diaries or Court TV or Broken Baker, we'll kind of talk about a little bit and see what they think about how it's going. So let's go over here, figure out how to change my view. Never done it on my phone. Okay, I don't know. We'll just do it like this. Okay. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
So you are here supporting Kelsey.
Yeah.
And why don't you tell us your name and where you're from? If
Amy
you're
from Pelham, New Hampshire. I'm local. I grew up close to here, very close.
Awesome.
And it's incredible. Bradel is absolutely killing it for Kelsey. If we thought he would be a little bit slow on Aiden's case, let me tell you, he's going to kill that case as well. He's doing a phenomenal job. The judge is very into the whole thing, wants to hear every single thing about the case, doesn't want to miss it, asks for repeats. So he's paying attention. And I think he's going to be very unbiased on the whole thing and make the right decision.
I think so. He seems to really want to know the truth.
Yep.
Whatever that is. And
Yep.
How did you get first note, like kind of heads up on the Kelsey case? How do you remember?
Oh, just with it being the town that it happened in,
Okay.
brought me right to it immediately. And it just didn't sound right. It was just, I actually listened to the live feed that night, what was going on, and and then everything just kept coming out, and it's a very sad case. You know, two people that were in love with each other, and one can just turn at the drop of a dime and makes you think, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, how do you think it's going for the prosecution? This is their case right now. So how do you feel it's going for them?
I felt yesterday watching it that he kind of blew it at the beginning. It didn't go good. I think they're just going through the motions. I think they know what the outcome's going to be. I think it's a protection, and I think we all know what's going to happen. We pray that it's going to happen, and she's going to be free, and then she starts her next journey on getting her child back.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you.
You too. All right, we're going to talk to someone else here. Hello, tell us your name and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Crystal from North Providence, Rhode Island, and that's
Yes. Well, Crystal, how did you find out about Kelsey's case?
either I follow Aiden very
Uh-huh.
religiously, so either from him or from Melanie Little, one of the two. So I was like in on it in the very beginning.
Yeah. Oh, good, good, good. And how do you feel like it's going for Kelsey?
I think it's going very well for Kelsey. I'm going to turn this right.
Yes, the sun. Let's do a little pivot. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think it's going very well for Kelsey. I think that she's got a lot of support, and everybody's. Wait a minute. Everybody is saying everything they need to say to get her acquitted, because it's a he said she said story, and the only people that know what went on in that room are the two of them, and the judge is going to have to figure that out. And I think that he's very physical and is getting every little piece of information, and making sure he's crossing his T's and dotting his I's, and he's getting to the bottom of it. So I think he's going to be a good
Yes.
judge to give them the answer that we're looking for.
I think you're right, and I'm just impressed by all of his note taking.
Yeah,
It's pretty impressive, and he's very engaged, like you said. And how do you feel? Because we're on the prosecution's case right now.
Mhm.
How do you feel that they're doing in proving, since they have the burden here?
I don't think that I think that with I don't remember the names of everybody. With the first gentleman that testified, he was the officer that picked up the gun, and he was saying that it was under Kelsey's leg, and then it was beside her leg, and like there's a lot
Daily.
of question. Yeah, daily. Thank you. There's a lot of question on that, and I think that was, that stood out to me, because it wouldn't be, if she's aiming it at Noonan, like he said, direct like that, there's no question that it would be in front of her
Right.
and not beside or under her.
Right.
It would be in front of her, maybe even on top of her,
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
It wouldn't go behind her and under her
Right,
leg.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, I don't know. I think there's a lot of question in Noonan's story. And I think the judge can see that.
I think you're right. Well, thank you so
Thank you.
much. All right, we're gonna go mosey on over to a few more people out here supporting Kelsey. I know this one right here. This is Karen. I met her.
Hello.
Fellow cupcake. She was at the Faust trial, and so we met there from Melanie's chat. Karen came all the way here from Georgia. Karen, what made you feel like you wanted to come here all the way from Georgia to support Kelsey?
Well, the first things first is I truly believe that Kelsey is innocent. I had a premature child, and she was in the hospital for 3.5 weeks, and it just crushed my soul every time I had to leave there. So when that happened, that I was in it, and then I was in it and in it because of all the creators, and just feeling very, very sure that she is not guilty, and here to support her.
I love it. And how do you think it's going so far for the defense and Kelsey's team?
I think the defense is doing good. I think Bradle's doing great. I'm really excited to see what happens after this break, because I think he's going to be showing some signs of having the one matched of the bullet that's not matched. And to me, that's extremely important. So if that comes up and that happens, then I would be ecstatic, because you can't really argue with that. But I think he's doing a great job. I do not think the prosecution is very I just don't think they're proving their burden.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to say. So
Yep, I agree. That was
Yeah.
my next question. Since it's their case right now, how do you think they're doing?
yeah, I don't think they're proving it. I think that they're muddling it. I think that they're trying to make a case instead of prove a case. And I did not like the way that Noonan testified. An arrogant asshole is what
Yeah.
I can say.
Yeah.
I just felt like he was being very disingenuous. And I was so happy that Bradle brought out all the stuff, because he's got proof. And that's all we need is proof. So there we go.
Awesome. I love it. And is there anything else you wanna
No.
say, or
Nope.
yeah?
I just know that Kelsey is extremely grateful for everybody. So we're glad we're here. Lauren is my roommate
Yep.
in Airbnb. So we're just glad we're here and to support Kelsey. And she's very excited about everybody at home doing it too. So thank you to Lauren for doing a live so that we get it all on tape. So go Kelsey.
All right. Yep. So we are sorry about the time difference. So I didn't know exactly what time we would be doing lunch here. And it seems it's a little later than some of the lunch breaks that have been happening in some other trials that we've all been watching and covering. So anyways, so I just put a tentative time. So if at any point there isn't that exact time, well, hopefully we'll be live soon. But anyways, so I will say this. So Noonan, when he was on the stand yesterday, he didn't his posture, even the way his feet were, was exactly the same. It didn't shift the entire direct. And today, I think Bradle had him in his head big time because he was shifting, he was moving, his feet were never in that same position. Big on body language, and it was completely different. So I think that was very telling, as were a lot of his answers and his narrative today. A lot of things not making sense, which we knew, but it's the first time we're hearing him speak publicly, which, you know, I know is huge for everyone to see. And he's I was wondering if maybe the narrative would be a little shifted, where he might show a little empathy, a little concern. I mean, no cop wants to shoot someone, and even if they do shoot someone, especially a fellow officer, you would expect them to have some, some feelings about it, and it was never like that. So I was thinking that today he might show a little bit of that, and no, he's like a robot up there. So it is what it is. I think he is a law enforcement agent. He knows the things to say. He's trained. They all have training on courtroom testimony and stuff. So in that regard, I think there's a little bit of, kind of similar to Brian Albert on the stand. He's got years of experience. He didn't come off completely horrible, but when Brado got a hold of him, his stories and all of that, then he started getting a bit nervous, not remembering things. So that's when the real question comes in is on cross. Everybody's halfway decent on direct, and here is my friend Lori.
Queen.
Hello.
Hello, folks.
How are we? How we think it's going, Lori?
I think it's going pretty good. This state trooper, a little bit of a yawn, not gonna lie.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Lori had to go get her espresso shot cappuccino to get through the rest of the day.
Yes.
And I don't really think it's gonna be all that significant, really. But I thought Tim did a great job with the cross of Noonan. Thought a lot of interesting things came out that we'll probably talk about later tonight. But yeah, certainly some of the stuff was very compelling.
I agree. And I don't know if you noticed it too. His whole body language, even from how he was sitting, the way his feet were, everything was different today.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely not comfortable, and he shaken up, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And Bradle twisted him up a little bit on quite a bit of stuff, which is what you want to see. That's what goes to the credibility. And I'm sure the judge took note of that too. So I think we're on track.
I think so too. I think it's going great. And we're still on their case. So
yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So we are gonna march ahead, and I think things are going really well for us. So
definitely.
So
all right.
Right. Well, I'm going to get in the courtroom because it's a wonderful problem to have, but you got to get in line because there are people here to support Kelsey. And so you got to get your seat. So I'm going to get in there now, and we will see how this afternoon goes. again, apologies on the time. Now we know a little bit better on how the lunch breaks, they seem to be a little later going forward. So we'll kind of adjust towards that. But anyways, thanks for being here, and everybody go watch on whatever platform you prefer. And it's gonna be a good rest of the case too. Even though we got the big big witnesses out of the way already, I think it's still gonna be really, really good.
It's great. Thank you.
Anyways, we will talk to you soon. I'll see you guys tonight I'm gonna have to change the time of the tonight's live because I'm gonna try to go on with Mazza again at 7. So I'm gonna try to change mine to 5. So just kind of heads up for that. I'll be on a little bit earlier than anticipated. So but I will see you then. We'll get into a lot more stuff on that one, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.